Well, I finally found time to finish reading Spare. And fuck me, the British royal family is even more dysfunctional than I imagined. What a tragic mess. Harry's account really brings home how a network of media barons and their henchmen and women, in a mutually gratifying alliance with certain palace staff, now keep the constitutionally paralysed royal family in what amounts to medieval civility, without the hardship, of course. All the royals have been bullied, spied upon, abused and brutalised in this corrupt and corrupting alliance for decades. The senior royals are now so cowed they actually threw their youngest to the wolves. Or rather, they sacrificed him to the dragon that terrorises the entire kingdom. Not very regal, Chuck. Willie. Never would have happened if Diana had lived. I mean, way to bring out the latent Republican in this Australian. I'm neutral on the monarchy. I'd rather see the Crown formally return sovereignty to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people than give it to the modern nation. We don't deserve it. But I tell you what, neither do the Windsors. Because here's the thing. Most of you would know, but let's revisit it for the record. Originally, Harry and Meghan simply asked to be able to live outside of Britain for part of every year, still as working royals, but away from the unrelentingly toxic, racist and invasive media coverage they were getting. The Queen said yes. This is in part 3, chapter 72 of Spare. They also needed Charles's permission, but when they asked, his staff were present. The proposal got leaked to the media, willfully misconstrued and turned into a scandal. Between red tape, press hysteria, paranoia and outright treachery, the thing escalated. The Queen decreed they had to be all in or all out. And since they couldn't stay in, and familial comprehension of the need for change of this or any kind is so pitifully limited, Harry and Meghan were effectively forced into exile. And then, of all the cold, calculated, callous, criminal things to do, cutting off a dependent son and then recalling his security team when he and his family were at serious risk of potentially fatal attack. I don't care what your government said. The current British government is an internationally appalling burlesque of self-serving fat cats who'll pounce on any politically useful diversion of popular hatred. But Your Majesty, Harry and Meghan are your family. And family is the very model on which your power depends. Yet, through either lack of conviction in your own moral authority or lack of comprehension that evolving social conventions on the nature of the family mean your family needs to do more than just renounce male primogeniture to keep up, for whatever reason, you collaborate with the destroyer who will yet take your crown if it chooses. You allow, even facilitate, the cynical cultivation of public outrage at this caricaturish fictional villain, this supposedly errant second son and his supposedly dreadful brown-skinned wife. For shame, Charles. If a reigning dynasty can't protect its own, who can? It's the 21st century. You're the goddamn King of England. Dig into your private coffers. If you can't find $6 million a year to keep your own son safe from the monster you feed, abdicate. And then God save us all from William with his Machiavellian anxieties and backroom deals and ineffectual humanitarian fads. Tell me again why a monarchy is such a good thing. Seems to me that with the notable exception of Harry and his powerfully effective philanthropic initiatives and class action lawsuits, the British royal family's sense of noblesse oblige has become as impotently ceremonial as its constitutional power.